Today, I mainly just want to go over one card in Animation Chronicles, but for the last few days, we've been getting a bunch of reveals in Animation Chronicles for our archetype support, and even some cards that finally got printed out of how many years, so I'll quickly go over them. So for Destiny Heroes, we finally got D-Force, but unlike the anime where it's a equip spell, in the real game, it's a continuous spell, where once you play this card, you can search your deck or graveyard for a plasma, and while you have plasma on the field, you cannot draw during your draw phase. So similar to the anime counterpart, but the anime counterpart is the equip spell that puts it on the top of the deck so you can draw cards anyway, but it was kind of weird. Your opponent cannot target monsters you control with card effects, so unlike the anime version where it only protects plasma, it protects everything. And also, your plasmas gain 100 attack for each monster in your graveyard, and cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects, and can also make a second attack during each battle phase. So definite upgrade compared to the anime version, because the anime version only equips it to a plasma, and only offers the protection effect, but in the real game, you're getting a bunch of additional effects. And then we got Dr. D, which will be an instant 3-up because this one lets you return a Destiny hero from your graveyard to your hand or special summon it, but at the cost of banishing one D hero from your graveyard, which is fine, but it also has a second effect where you can banish it from the graveyard, then target 2 D heroes you control, and then one of them becomes the same attack as the other one, which D heroes do have some beat sticks. And then for Ciphers, I really wish Ciphers get better cards, but these are pretty good. So Cipher by playing can hard once per turn special summon itself if you normal or special summon a Cipher monster, can also make 2 Cipher monsters you control become level 8, which of course will get you your rank 8 play to your Cipher Dragon because that's the main one you want, but also if it's destroyed by any way and sent to the graveyard, you can banish it to add 1 Cipher monster from your deck to your hand, which can actually extend your plays. Too bad it didn't just say sent to the graveyard, because that would have been much better as you could just detach it as material, but still, definitely a good card for Ciphers. It's just too bad Ciphers doesn't have too many good cards. And then we finally got the really needed printing of Cipher Interfere, which is a hard once per turn where when one of your Cipher monster battles, if you have 2 copies of the Cipher monster on the field, double that monster's attack. Of course, it's a hard once per turn, which of course, with Cipher Dragon, you're kind of guaranteed because you take control of your opponent's monster and it becomes a Galaxy-Eyes Cipher Dragon, and if you use this, that's 6,000 attack. And this card is also on both players' turns. And then we got Double Exposure, which lets 2 monsters with the same level that are level 6 or lower double their levels, which of course your main Cipher monsters will be doing that, and they're mainly level 4. So use this card, it becomes a level 8. But it also has a second effect where during the battle phase, you can target 1 Cipher monster you control, and then 1 other monster on the field becomes the same name as that Cipher monster, guaranteeing the 2-name Cipher mechanic. Honestly, these are pretty good cards for Cipher. It's just too bad that they don't have too many good cards, but I really like their mechanic where you want multiple copies of them on the field. And then to some Appliancer support, we finally got the Proper Lion, which can attack your opponent directly. And also, whether it's Soul Link or not, it can change an opponent's battling monster to 0, which can be pretty annoying. But the next card, Appliancer Conversion, which is a quick play, is actually the main one that you really want to care about, because this one lets you banish as many Appliancer Link monsters in your main monster zone as possible, and then special summon your banished Appliancer Link monsters up to the number banished by this effect. Basically, you banish everything that you currently have on the field, and then resummon all of them. Basically, you reorganize everything, which is important for Appliancers because these effects depend if you're soul linked or not. But it also has a second effect where during the main phase, if it's in the graveyard except during the turn it was sent there, you can banish another Appliancer spell or trap from a graveyard to return this card to the hand. Which of course this is a staple card for Appliancers, so no questions asked. And overall, I say Appliancers as it is was already a fun archetype. And I really love the mechanic where it gains abilities depending on whether it was soul linked or not. And on to the main card I want to talk about, we go to Yuri's Manga Dragon, Starve Venomy Dragon. Took forever to print this. It's a level 7 Dark Dragon Fusion Pendulum monster with 25 attack and 2000 defense. Honestly, I really think this should have been the stats in the anime. It could have been level 8 just to differentiate, but whatever. Pendulum scale 1, and its pendulum effect is Each time a card on the field is sent to the graveyard, place one Venomy counter on this card. Why? Because the second pendulum effect is all monsters on the field except for Dark Dragons lose 200 attack for every Venomy counter on the field, aka mainly itself. And its third pendulum effect is that once per turn you can reduce any battle damage you take from a battle to 0. Overall, pretty nice pendulum effect right here, because for every card that the player decides to get rid of, well, this card gets a Venomy counter, and then monsters that are not Dark Dragon, mainly your opponent, will be losing a bunch of attack. Also a nice protection ability, reducing your damage to 0 for once. But its monster effects is, first, it requires one Dark monster and one Pendulum monster. That's an okay summoning condition, although in my opinion Starve Venom is still easier, because it could be any 2 Dark monsters on the field, and there are decks that don't play Pendulum. And its effect is, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, this card's name becomes that monster's original name, and it also negates that monster's effects, and this card gains its effect. After that, that monster loses 500 attack and defense, and inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent. And this is a hard once per turn. So in a way, the effect stealing is better than the original Starve Venom, but that's really all there is to it, because the second effect is that when it's destroyed in the monster zone, you can place this card in the pendulum zone. So basically, it does retain its stealing effect from the original Starve Venom, but doesn't gain the mass attack when summoned. I mean, I would recommend this in your Dark Pendulum decks, but if you're not playing any type of Dark Pendulum decks, and playing a bunch of Dark monsters, I rather would play Starve Venom in general. Especially with the attack point gain can be very helpful. Not only that, the Starve Venom also has a nuke effect too when it gets destroyed. But overall, pretty nice card. So that's it for these reveals. What do you guys think of them? Honestly, I'm glad that some of these cards are finally being printed. Cipher's being one of my favorite playstyles. Just too bad not really good cards. And it took forever for Venomy Dragon. But for some reason we got Lethal Dose Dragon first when it's the evolved form of this one. At least we finally got the manga counterpart of Starve Venom. Why does Starve Venom have to always come in late? It's just really weird. And hopefully we get a new version of Starve Venom soon, because we got Arc Rebellion and now we got Crystal Clearwing. So hopefully Odd Eyes and Starve Venom soon. And also, the next booster name has been revealed, Battle of Chaos, and we already got cover cards for the 6th main Yu-Gi-Oh series during the Yu-Gi-Oh 7 era. So what kind of cover card do you guys think this next one will be? Based on its name, I would have to say a Dual Monsters cover card, based on Blackluster Soldier, or they could just surprise us and give us a new Chaos Emperor Dragon or something. But other than that, it's time to say goodbye.